Making the best team of players who played for a season or less for your team, part 2. We got a request for the Calgary Flames next. Here we go. Starting off at goalie, we have Curtis Joseph. In 2007-2008, a 40-year-old Curtis Joseph played for the Flames. The season prior, their starter Mika Kiprasov had started 45 of the last 46 games of the season, so the Flames are looking for an established veteran to take some of that load. Curtis Joseph would go 3-2-0 with a .906 save percentage and a .205 goals against average. Curtis Joseph would leave to return to the Leafs for one more season before hanging up the pads for good. On defense, we have Brian Marchmond. In 2005-2006, a 36-year-old Brian Marchmond played for the Flames. Known for his grinding style of play, one of the more underrated defensive defensemen of his time, in 37 games, Brian Marchmond scored 1 goal, 2 assists, and 3 points. He would retire after that season and be employed with the Flames from 2008 until he unfortunately passed away in 2022. For our other defenseman, we have Scott Hannon. In 2011-12, a 33-year-old Scott Hannon played for the Flames. In 78 games, he scored 2 goals, 10 assists, and 12 points. Like Marchmond, Scott Hannon was known more for his defensive play, and he brought great leadership and grit to that lineup. Scott Hannon would leave the Flames for Nashville and then return to San Jose, where it all started for Scott Hannon. At left wing, we have Chris Drury. In 2002-03, a 26-year-old Chris Drury played for the Flames. In 78 games, he scored 23 goals, 30 assists, and 53 points. But it was quite clear that Chris Drury did not want to play for the Flames. So as to not relive another Doug Gilmour situation, they traded him away after only one season. Who knows what Calgary could have done had Chris Drury wanted to stay. At right wing, we have Owen Nolan. In 2007-08, a 35-year-old Owen Nolan played for the Flames. In 77 games, he scored 16 goals, 16 assists, and 32 points. The former first overall pick signed as a free agent to reunite with Daryl Sutter and to move closer to home. And although he had a decent season considering his age, it only lasted for a year. He signed a longer-term deal with Minnesota and retired 2 years later. At center, we have Brent Ashton. In 1992-93, a 32-year-old Brent Ashton played for the Flames. The Calgary Flames would trade away prospect C.J. Young for the former 40-goal scorer. In 32 games, he scored 8 goals, 11 assists, and 19 points. At the end of the season, Ashton had no agent, so he left in free agency. After suffering a career-ending injury in the minors, he would never play in the NHL again.